You can call this a warning, you can call this an advice, you can call this a consultation, you can call this an intervention, doesn't matter. Bottom line, please look at this video and watch it before jumping into the next Ponzi DApp on the so-called PulseChain. All right. So I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna reference things that they claim that they're innovating versus, you know, the original drip. And I'm gonna also label out all the reasons as to why you should stay away. So if you go wander around the communities that used to promote drip heavily, right now there's the PulseChain version of it that is launching and is also being circled around. So there are YouTube videos done about it, there are articles, I think, there are announcements, so on and so forth. And in most cases, if you challenge the thought of this is just a copy, they will tell you that no, that's incorrect. I've had a discussion actually about this already. They'll tell you no, there are new mechanics in place, so on and so forth, meaning when you hear that word, it's a buzzword for saying we changed a bit in regards to the game theory, and now the runaway perhaps is a bit longer, or perhaps it's a bit shorter in terms of profit taking. Now let's quickly talk about everything you need to know about this copy, because again, it's exactly that. It does give 1% a day. So in the same native asset, it's called PDrip. It does give you eventually 3.65x, so 365%. But of course, if you keep compounding, you can take that whatever money you put in, and then you can take it out all the way to 10,000 PDrip, which gives you 36.5. Now discounting the taxes are similar as well. There's 10% on any action you could take. So you can get the gist of it, right? So in drip, it's 100k max payout. Here is 3 times less, almost 3 times less. So again, there's the idea of you're getting less money eventually if the price keeps, you know, staggering. The only difference I'm gonna note here, and there's just one, and I'm not lying, in the main faucet mechanics, so to speak, is that after a week, so after 7 days, if you don't take any action, you'll stop getting your 1% a day. And that's it. That's pretty much it. So the faucet is 100% copied from the original drip network's faucet. Again, less payout and the reward accumulation cut out. I think they just added this. By the way, this is something that many miners add, so it's a miner thing. Let's just put it out there. And speaking of miners, they're also gonna launch their own. And yeah, they call it the garden because they want to mimic everything that drip has. Keep in mind that this is a mirror protocol on another chain. So the garden, which also they advertise as something that doesn't have impermanent laws, that's something that is guaranteed to give you, you know, money in return. It is nothing but a basic static miner. So it gives you 1.5% a day in Pulse, so the native asset of the blockchain. At the end of the day, you get up to 300%, again, discounting the taxes. So the benefit here is that those taxes in and out, all right, will help in the buybacks of PDrip. They're also gonna be, so a portion will do that, another portion will go back into the rewards pool, so to speak. So those are the taxes. This is the game theory behind it. But at the end of the day, if you are somebody who enters with 1k worth of Pulse and you want to take away 3k, meaning you profited 2k, correct? You need people to enter with 2k for you to leave with that money. So again, basic miner. And that's something that I'm gonna touch base on real soon, because there was a project out there that did exactly that under a different branding. So the whole thing screams basic Ponzi DApp searching for liquidity, all right? The PulseChain itself is a chain where all of the assets that exist are nothing but meme tokens. Even their so-called stable coins on there are nothing but meme tokens. So the DAI, USDC, whatever, they are not backed by anything. Even if you look at the chain itself, I mean, it's been out for a while. Most of the money comes from the sack amount that people sacrifice to come here or to make it launch, and that's it. Pulse X, that's it. Everything else has a bit of TVL, few millions, yeah, sure, but look at this, reds all around. People are exiting the chain, nobody really is entering the chain. All right, so that's very important to understand. It doesn't follow, it's not a neat layer 2, it's not technologically advanced, it's just there because it was promised to launch and it launched. The chain itself aside, the reasons why you should stay away, if they were not very obvious already, because I did basically, you know, hint them out when I was talking about the mechanics of the PulseDrip faucet and the garden and so on and so forth. This will follow the same fate as Drip, unfortunately. And the chart says it all. You know what's happening with Drip. After everything that happened, Drip launched in a bull run. It went up massively, crazily, and now it has been floored and it drops on a daily basis. So that's gonna happen with it. But it won't follow exactly the same path because it won't have that meteoric rise for it to fall again. In my personal opinion, it's gonna get handicapped from the get-go, all right? And like I said, there's a project that tried this. They mimicked Drip on the Binance Smart Chain. That project is called Bandit. Bandit had the same situation. They did this and they launched something called the Stash House, which is whatever the garden is. And the team behind it is also the team behind Bandit, plus a few people, I think. So they tried this. And unfortunately, they failed miserably. I'm gonna show you the charts shortly. And that's why they decided to rebrand using the name Drip, because they want to give the illusion that history will repeat itself, and if you miss Drip, you don't want to miss this one because you're gonna profit from it. And if that's the case, why the pre-sale took more than 24 hours to get filled and it's 100K? They will argue that it's a bear market, but a decent project would get more in a bear market, much more. So the lack of interest is clearly there. There's no motivation, there's no innovation. Not really. I showed you what this project does. I mean, where do you earn? Where's the yield? Any revenues? Any service? Nothing. All right, so no innovation, it's just a copy, just a bit of tweaking in the game theory. So that's pretty much it. And the Drip influencers, of course, are lining up now to promote it. So I think overall, like I said, I don't need to label these out, but I felt like I needed to make this video because I've been seeing lots of talking that this is something that's gonna be really interesting. It's gonna, again, mimic whatever happened to Drip, but it's better, so on and so forth. It's not, all right? It's just another ponzi dapp out there to try to make a buck, and it's interesting that people cannot realize this, but you should, okay? I mean, even the native asset of the chain is in deep shambles, all right? The volume is not really impressive. The price of the asset is at its all-time low, almost, and like I said, I mean, here's the chart of Drip. It's not gonna have this. I think it's gonna start from here and start going down, similarly to their try with Bandit, all right? So Bandit really didn't have anything to show for, and look at it now. So overall, I think, in my personal opinion, of course, after seeing what's happening with Drip and all of the similar ROIdapps, it's a shame that people still want to launch these, and it's the same people that enter these others early and now they're out in the woods chilling. So going out there talking about this, chilling it, defending it so much, it's a bit sad. Stop searching for exit liquidity, please. It's enough. Stop luring people into these, all right? I mean, you've done enough harm. The harm is done. Don't do any further. And I just want to end this by saying, honestly, if you enjoy this content and if you want to have good conversations in DeFi and crypto, consider joining our Telegram channel, our group, mature, like-minded individuals. We speak about many things, many good things, and you're free to speak your mind as long as it's within the norms of respect. And that's it, all right? You can speak whatever you want. And with that, thank you if you stuck around till the end. See you in the next one. Have a good one.